JD, a 4-1 win here at the Meadow. A windswept first half saw us 1-0 down, but that was some comeback in the second half for the boys.
Yeah, I thought we were good, especially second half. But even first half, I thought it was harsh to come 1-0 down. I think the game is always going to be difficult. We've known Gav a long time. I think he's an excellent manager, and the sides always, when we play here, when he's with Met Police and Enfield, when he's done a fantastic job, it always kind of pans out like that when they're very competitive, and you know what he's built here. They've had a good cup run, so we know they come here full of confidence, and you know our confidence is not as high because obviously we've had a few results that have suffered recently, but we were against wind, and the wind was very telling, and it just creates a bit of momentum. Even their goal, I think the clearance just goes in the air, and they get a second ball and they break down the right, so that conditions of the game sometimes, it plays a part. So, but again, I don't think we was outstanding first half, but I thought we was very solid. We had more opportunities, and then to be fair, the way we started the game was excellent. We scored early, missed another chance to go two, had numerous corners, and we created a real momentum within the game. I know they had a red card, and to score 4 goals to get a home win, very pleasing. So I'm very happy for the boys, because I think we've had some results recently where performances hasn't deserved it. I thought it was excellent at Western, really, really good, and we got undone by a referee's decision, which was poor. And that's just one that comes into mind, but there's others, where we probably ain't got the point return that we probably deserve. So really happy with the boys, and a tough game, and pleased to get the result.
Yours and Muzz's belief in the performance at Western for getting the result was evident in the team selection. One change which was enforced, obviously, with Lenchi missing out and Josh coming in. It's been a bit of chop and change, but it's nice to stick with a settled team.
Yeah, I thought he was really good at Western. Like I say, I think we went there and we played a team who were doing really well in the league, and we played well, and like I say, we got undone by a decision which was poor. And yeah, we kept the same team. We've had 2 weeks off. If I say off, we played friendlies, and we've had training sessions. We've honed in and tried to put a bit more detail into the team. So yeah, the boys have been rewarded. But I think it's important now. We've taken a victory to try and create a bit of momentum now. And hopefully Tuesday comes with that as well.
One player that stood out today was Alfie Williams. Slightly different position to where we've seen him in the last couple of weeks, but he was excellent. Obviously got the equaliser, although I think some might claim it might be an own goal, but I think Alf's definitely claiming that one. It's been brilliant to watch today.
Good, yeah, very good. He's been an excellent signing. He's done a job in a different position apart from today. We've probably signed him to play in that position, but due to injuries, he's played out of position. And he's a very talented boy. He's very comfortable in receiving the ball. And I think sometimes when you play those games and you dominate spells like the second half, you need people like Alfie to step up, and you need him to create. And he's created some opportunities today, and he set pieces were good as well. So the only thing I would challenge him with, he's going to play in those positions, in those forward areas now. He needs to come up with goals and assists. I know he's going to try and claim the goal, but he needs to really home in on that. Not just him, others as well. So pleased with him.
And then obviously Alex Babos put us ahead this day after a pretty dreadful tackle on Connor Roberts, earned us a free kick on the edge. Thoughts on the decision?
It's a poor tackle. He plays the ball, but then he goes high. I spoke to Connor Roberts, and he said if he doesn't see it coming, then Connor Roberts could be in trouble. So it was the right decision. I mean, the ref actually waited 5 or 6 seconds before he actually blew and went back, which I thought was incredibly strange. But it ended up being the right decision. I'm thankful Connor didn't get an injury, and obviously it led to us scoring the second goal. So yeah, it was a red card, no question.
And then you can see with the third and fourth goals, Matty McClure and Nathan Minash, you see what those goals meant to them. They've had chances and maybe been denied in recent weeks by deflections of some great goalkeeping, but 2 great finishes. Yeah,
we spoke on Thursday about training, and we actually watched some stuff from previous games about providing better service to the front boys, because at times we need to do that, but equally the front boys, when they get their chances, they need to take it. I thought we took Mitch off and put Matty on to try and get 2 forwards really high onto the pitch, and Matty obviously showed a bit of quality for his goal. I thought Nathan was excellent. I thought he had an absolutely brilliant game. I'm really pleased he got his goal as well. And I think just he missed a chance just before that, and he created it for himself. So pleased there's a bit of shared within the goals. And yeah, look, like I say, they've got to continue it. It's one result. We need to create a bit of momentum and go into Tuesday.
A little bit frustrated we maybe didn't push on with more late on. I know it's harsh to be critical in the 4-1 win, but there was a couple of chances at the end.
Yeah, could have taken chances and scored a bit more. I think obviously if we would have taken a result before the game, we've scored 4 goals. I do think the first goal was a little bit unfortunate with that situation. Yeah, we could have scored more, tried to make it be a bit more ruthless, but look, we're just going to take the result.
Couple of squad updates. Obviously, Alex Lafleur was announced yesterday. He's out for a while. He's got to have surgery, and Jayden Bartolo has signed on loan from Wickham for a month. Do you want to give us your thoughts?
Yeah, Alex is a bit of a tricky one because he actually got the injury probably a month ago now. He hasn't played for us. I don't think since the bank holiday. We finally got a diagnosis, and it is a hernia, so that's a blow. I think the club have done brilliant to support him, kind of with our scans and doctors' meetings, and to try and get the final diagnosis, and he's going to have an operation. So we're probably going to see Alex out for a little while. We signed Jayden from Wickham. Thank you to Wickham and Sam for agreeing for him to come for his services. I think Jayden, we saw him play for Weymouth last year. And when he was on loan from Wickham to Weymouth, I thought he was excellent in the game down there and caused us real trouble. He's had another year, obviously, of being better and progressing. So we see it being as a positive signing and adding to being in the front areas as well, which we need.
And then obviously on to Tuesday night, we've got a B&B Cup game. A chance for some players, I guess, that haven't had minutes. I know we've had some friendlies, but just chance to put more minutes in the legs for another tough run of league fixtures.
Yeah, but we will be taking it serious. We went out the FA Cup early, so that was a disappointment for us. I think it now jumps up in our priority list. Obviously, league's always going to be our number one. It will be a very similar squad. We won't be taking it lightly. Like I say, because we've picked up the win, I think we need to build that momentum. We need to make sure that we're going to approach the game as some of the guys who haven't played recently, maybe in some minutes. But they are first team players. They're not squad players. They're players that need to obviously fight for their shirt to play against Maidstone. So they need to come on Tuesday and put in a very positive performance. Because, like I say, we need to make sure we just back up what we've done today.
Thanks, JD, and we'll speak again on Tuesday.
Thank you.